Hey friends, today, we're setting sail across the Atlantic to explore the birth of a nation, the United States of America. A montage of iconic American landscapes, from the rugged coastlines of Maine to the majestic mountains of the Rockies. Diverse faces flash across the screen, representing the melting pot of cultures that make up the United States. Historical landmarks, from the Statue of Liberty to the Lincoln Memorial, are showcased in all their grandeur. Welcome, adventurers, to a journey through time and space, where we'll unravel the captivating tale of the United States of America, from humble colonies to the beacon of freedom and democracy known today. Join us as we traverse the landscapes that have witnessed the unfolding drama of history, from the bustling streets of colonial Boston to the sweeping plains of the Midwest. Let's embark on this epic odyssey together, delving deep into the heart of a nation forged by struggle, resilience, and the unyielding spirit of its people. Before the arrival of European settlers, the vast expanse of what is now the United States was home to diverse indigenous peoples who had thrived for thousands of years, cultivating rich cultures and deep connections to the land. But in the 15th and 16th centuries, a wave of European exploration and colonization swept across the Atlantic, forever altering the landscape and the lives of those who called it home. Spanish conquistadors, French fur traders, and English settlers each carved out their own territories, leaving an indelible mark on the continent. Among these newcomers, the English played a pivotal role, establishing 13 colonies along the eastern seaboard, drawn by promises of religious freedom, economic opportunity, and the pursuit of new beginnings. These colonies, from Massachusetts to Georgia, quickly developed unique identities, shaped by their geography, resources, and the diverse backgrounds of their inhabitants. As they grew, so too did their desire for self-governance, laying the groundwork for the democratic ideals that would later define the nation. As the colonies flourished, tensions simmered between the colonists and the distant British crown. Grievances mounted as the colonists found themselves increasingly burdened by oppressive policies imposed from across the Atlantic. Key among these grievances were the heavy-handed taxes levied by the British Parliament, such as the Sugar Act and the infamous Stamp Act, which ignited a powder keg of resentment among the colonists. Frustration deepened as colonists found themselves taxed without representation in Parliament, fueling cries of no taxation without representation. In this volatile atmosphere, voices of dissent arose, rallying the colonists to action. Figures like Patrick Henry and Samuel Adams emerged as fiery champions of colonial rights, their impassioned speeches and stirring rhetoric stoking the flames of rebellion. Amidst this fervor, significant events shook the very foundations of colonial society. The Boston Tea Party, a daring act of defiance against the unjust tea tax, became a symbol of resistance, sparking outrage in London and solidarity among the colonies. But as tensions reached a boiling point, the road to revolution became inevitable. The clash between the aspirations of a burgeoning nation and the iron grip of imperial rule set the stage for a struggle that would define the course of history. In the coming years, the drums of war would echo across the land, as brave patriots stood ready to defend their rights and freedoms against the might of the British Empire. At long last, the momentous hour arrived, the birth of a new nation, conceived in the fires of revolution and forged by the unyielding spirit of its people. In the hallowed halls of the Second Continental Congress, representatives from the 13 colonies gathered to confront the weighty question of independence. Among them stood visionaries and patriots, poised to take the bold step toward self-determination, led by luminaries such as Thomas Jefferson and John Adams. The Congress embarked on a historic endeavor, the drafting of the Declaration of Independence. With ink and quill, they penned words that would echo through the ages, proclaiming to the world the inalienable rights of all humanity. This seminal document, steeped in the principles of liberty, equality, and self-government, served as the cornerstone of the fledgling nation. It declared to a watching world that the United States would be governed not by the whims of kings, but by the consent of the governed. With its ringing declaration, the United States took its place among the nations of the world, a beacon of hope and inspiration to all who cherish the ideals of freedom and justice. With the ink still fresh on the Declaration of Independence, the fledgling United States plunged headlong into the crucible of conflict, the Revolutionary War, a struggle that would test the resolve of a nation and the courage of its people. From the opening salvos at Lexington and Concord to the climactic showdowns at Saratoga and Yorktown, the American colonies waged a desperate fight for their freedom against the might of the British Empire. Each clash, each skirmish, bore witness to the unyielding determination of patriots who refused to bow to tyranny. At the helm of this ragtag army stood a towering figure, the indomitable General George Washington. With his leadership and strategic brilliance, he rallied his troops through the darkest days of war, inspiring them to persevere in the face of overwhelming odds. But victory would not have been possible without the crucial support of allies across the sea. In a turning point of history, France answered the call for aid, providing vital assistance of men, munitions, and naval power that turned the tide of battle in favor of the American cause. As the war raged on, the spirit of liberty burned bright in the hearts of patriots, fueling their resolve to secure a future of independence and self-determination for generations to come. And on a fateful day at Yorktown, the dream of freedom became reality as British forces surrendered, paving the way for the birth of a new nation, a nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. As the smoke of battle cleared and the echoes of victory faded, the United States faced a daunting task to forge a nation from the ashes of war and unite a patchwork of former colonies into a cohesive whole. Yet, the path to unity was fraught with challenges. Under the frail framework of the Articles of Confederation, the young nation struggled to assert its authority and address the pressing needs of governance. The weaknesses of this early system became all too apparent as the specter of disunion loomed large. But in the crucible of crisis, visionaries arose to seize the moment and chart a new course for the nation. In the sweltering heat of Philadelphia, delegates from across the fledgling republic convened for the Constitutional Convention, a watershed moment in American history. With pen and parchment, they crafted a blueprint for a more perfect union of the U.S. Constitution, a document that would stand the test of time as the bedrock of American democracy. Central to this revolutionary document was the principle of separation of powers, a bold innovation that divided the government into three branches, each with its own distinct powers and responsibilities. This system of checks and balances ensured that no single branch could wield unchecked authority, safeguarding the liberties of the people and preventing the concentration of power in the hands of a tyrant. In the dawn of the 19th century, the United States embarked on a bold new chapter in its storied history. As the flames of revolution gave way to the steady march of progress. At the heart of this burgeoning nation lay the promise of individual liberty enshrined in the Bill of Rights, a sacred covenant between the government and its people, guaranteeing the fundamental freedoms that lay at the core of the American identity. As the young republic stretched its wings, the call of the frontier beckoned, a vast expanse of opportunity and adventure that lured pioneers westward in search of new horizons. In a stroke of visionary leadership, President Thomas Jefferson brokered the historic Louisiana Purchase, doubling the size of the fledgling nation and laying the groundwork for its manifest destiny to stretch from sea to shining sea. Yet, even as the nation expanded, the seeds of political discord took root, giving rise to the birth of political parties and the spirited debates that would shape the course of American governance. Under the steady leadership of President George Washington, the nation navigated its formative years, laying the groundwork for a government of the people, by the people, and for the people, a beacon of hope and freedom in a world beset by tyranny and oppression. As we reach the culmination of our journey, we stand in awe of the remarkable transformation that has unfolded, the journey of a disparate collection of colonies, bound together by the shared dream of freedom, into the beacon of hope and democracy, known as the United States of America. From the crucible of revolution to the crucible of progress, our nation has weathered storms and triumphed over adversity, guided by the timeless principles of liberty, equality, and justice for all. But our journey is far from over. As we look to the horizon, we recognize that the story of America is one of perpetual motion, a journey of exploration, innovation, and reinvention that knows no bounds. In every corner of our vast land, the American spirit burns bright, a tapestry of cultures, voices, and dreams woven together in a symphony of resilience and hope. Subscribe to our channel to embark on new adventures and gain insights into the diverse tapestry of the United States of America. From the struggles of our founding fathers to the triumphs of modern-day heroes, we're here to illuminate the path forward and inspire a deeper understanding of our shared heritage. Together, let's uncover the stories that shape us, celebrate the diversity that defines us, and honor the resilience that unites us as Americans.